Well, normally I like to start off the show, get warmed up with some smaller stories and updates, but the news this week is so significant, it would be negligent and downright disrespectful to delay or start with anything otherwise. So I just wanted to talk a little bit of broad reaction points to the what was a bit of a foregone conclusion. At least we expected Roe v. Wade to be on the way out after the leaked decision last month. But I was still getting a little bit nervous after all the developments. And I just want to share some of the broad level reaction that I have. And then if you want to tell me that I'm wrong to be optimistic or whatever your thoughts might be.
Let you get it out of your system first.
Well, the first thing I have to say is enjoy the white pill. Yeah. Enjoy the encouragement. Enjoy the win. They're rare this last year, really since the inauguration of the new president. So if you, and it's not just that the wins are rare, this is such a significant win. This is such a major win on a moral and a legal and a constitutional level. So if you can't enjoy this one, I worry that you can't enjoy anything. And I mean you, the generic person out there, not specifically you, Blonde. But, you know, whatever you think for the state of our country, there go her allergies. Whatever you think of the state of the country and the prospects for recovery, this is a genuinely historic weekend. Probably, I would say, the most morally and legally significant weekend in politics in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
And so I think that deserves some reflection and appreciation. Number two, gotta credit Trump. This is by far his most significant, greatest presidential accomplishment. To me, this accomplishment alone justifies my vote for him, at least in my opinion. For all the criticisms I've had of him, this makes that vote in 2016 automatically worthwhile.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I got to credit the justices who were betrayed by someone on their own staff or perhaps multiple people. They withstood public pressure. They withstood the threats. They did the right thing according to the law. I got to credit that.
Yep.
On that point, we still don't know who the leaker is. And I anticipate...
I can't believe it. I don't think we're ever going to know.
Yeah, we probably never will. Which means what? No accountability. Which means what? No trust on the court. And if you're the sort of person who looks at a decision like this and whines about perceived Supreme Court partisanship, well, take note on this. How am I supposed to reach across the ideological aisle? I know the court doesn't have an aisle, but you get what I mean. How am I supposed to make cross-ideological friends when I know that you guys are looking to betray me professionally and send protesters to my house if I don't agree with you? You want a unified, fair, impartial court? There has to be accountability on this. And yet we're probably just going to forget about it. And lastly, consider this the official week of Clarence Thomas's revenge. Don't forget, Joe Biden personally oversaw the smearing of Clarence Thomas when Joe chaired the Senate Judiciary Committee during Thomas's confirmation hearing in 1991. And Thomas was smeared as a sexual abuser, as we've come to expect today. Much like Kavanaugh, they threw him under the bus to try to discredit him, to protect their sacred cow of abortion and Roe v. Wade. And now 30 years later, after sitting mostly quietly for those 3 decades, Thomas became activated and achieved his revenge and his justice. And that is just a beautiful thing to watch. So for all of those reasons, I'm just taking a moment to enjoy the moment. And I hope that everybody else does too. But do you want to rain on that parade?
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. So in terms of logistically, I'm not really sure if this is, as we talked about before the show, I'm not sure that this is going to reduce the number of abortions. It's certainly not going to increase the number of abortions, but people are still going to get them by traveling to other states. And then we're already seeing all of these companies that are going to pay to send their
How's that for
to other
a twist?
States.
Like they're just saving on maternity leave by paying women to go kill their children instead.
Fucked up, right? And I think that we're also going to see that from the government. I think that in government positions, we're going to see that, which we'll talk about later. So although this is a states' rights issue and it is a moral issue, I do believe that it's more of a symbolic victory in terms of number of abortions.
I see.
Also, I think that the left is going to levy this for midterms. And the public outrage on the left is definitely going to be helpful for their cause and to mobilize voters.
I can see your point that that the raw count may not reduce. We'll have to see how it develops, and I understand the perspective of saying the real win would be saying that this is not done anywhere in our country. Period. I get that. However,
this is a start, though. This truly is a start, especially for gay marriage, contraception, all of these constitutional issues that were supposedly implied but clearly weren't.
Yeah.
This is a step in the right direction, and I am glad. I mean, truly, maybe God will stop smiting our country for our flagrant degeneracy.
At least for our lifetime. He'll get our children, though. He'll have his revenge then.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's all I got, though. That's all. The only